Hi everyone. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. Oh, super. Thank you. Just give me 10 seconds and I'll be with you guys. I've just got a message come in from somebody that's looking for a little bit of help. So just bear with me while I just type this. Oh my days. How are we all? Oh. Okay. So Catherine is coming in on Facebook. She says she's listening. She has company. Hi to all and hopes everybody is well. I am just now going to open my feed because, like I said, I've just had a message come in to needed to deal with somebody who was looking for a little bit of help. So, oh my days, dear. Okay, so there's 20 something of you all in here already, which is wonderful. Okay, let's have a look. So in the chat, I have, Fredo time. Thank you, dear. I have Missy, Laurie, Patsy, Leslie, Maria, Sandy, Simone from Germany, Laurie, Ebony, Anna Karen, and Cheryl, Celia, Katinka, all coming in loud and clear. Hope you guys are doing very, very well. Oh, hi, Joanne. I have had quite a day at work, and I'm glad to be in my stitchy corner tonight because I need the downtime. It's been one of those days. If people could moan today, they've moaned. Laurie, you're lurking whilst you're cleaning your fish tank. Hey there, Maria. I've got Andy about. He's just making me a cuppa. And I've got She Sleeps Out. 39,200 stitches out of 148,998 done, or 26.31%. So cracking on with this one and steady love, seeing how far I can get. And it sounds like Andy's wrecking the kitchen. Oh my days. Yeah, so very glad to be in stitchy company tonight and not at work. That's done properly. Cool. All right. Yeah, it's looking really good, isn't it? Patsy, the colours are quite lovely in it. Ebony, have you caved yet? Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, I am. I had a lot of struggles with this one in the beginning, but I'm loving stitching it now. Let's just have a look, see if I've had a reply. Somebody's trying to get onto the official Heaven and Earth Designs group, and the link gives her a access denied type thing. You know, I can't help. It's something that's down to them. She's obviously not able to join for some reason. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Maria, gorgeous colours on this one. Lots of burgundies, pinks, oranges, beiges, purples. Certainly coming out very, very well. Not caved yet, but still, no, I've still not stitched anything full coverage, but I'm getting the feeling to get back to it after a few days off. Cool. If you don't cave sometime soon, you know. Anyway. Laurie, dealing with the remnants of Hurricane Beryl. Lots of rain, the odd thunderstorm in Ontario, Canada. I'm hoping it wasn't too bad for you. We've had the rain and just grumbled about lots of rain, but we've not had a hurricane. Football match at 8 o'clock. So I'm assuming that some peeps might not be about because they'll be watching that. Now, a few of my stream watchers have been following the football. Andy will be watching it, won't you, love?
Well,
not for me, thank you. I'd sooner be stitching. Of course, each to their own. Not saying that you're wrong for wanting to watch the football, dear.
That's fine.
So, yeah, so today I had an unexpected hour of overtime. And one of those days that you just can't wait for it to end. But I made it. Okay. So Maria's had some thunder. And Ebony, it was my son's summer fair at school today and it was rained off. It says it all for our son. Yeah. Yeah, I went into the office yesterday and we've got like an atrium down the middle of our building. And in the afternoon, the sun came out and we're like, oh, all is good in the world. The sun's out. The second at 5 o'clock, I stepped outside of the office doors, well, about 10 past 5, stepped outside the office doors, took no more than 6 steps heading towards the tram stop, and the rain started. To say I was cross was an understatement. Celia will have the game on in the background on mute. I'm pretty sure Andy will have it on in his headphones. And I'm ready for, you know, shenanigans and jumping up and downs and shoutings and things. I'm prepared for that. The WWE Divas home. Yep. Lauren is in a room talking to her friends. Hannah's in her room watching the telly. There's time yet to say, watch this space. You never know, they might start just to give you some entertainment. Pair of minxes. Hannah has had 3 days at work, and on each consecutive day at work, she's had an accident. Banged her head one day, banged her elbow the other day. What was the other one, Andy?
Hit a face with a bin lid.
Oh, yeah, hit face with a bin lid another day. So 3 days of accidents. And today she come home and she went, I've had my first accident-free day this week. My gosh, so accident prone. Hi, Gail. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm just saying about Hannah and being accident prone at work. Mind you, today she's been on a training course, so she's not been doing her normal job. So if she'd have had an accident on that, I'd have been shocked. Mind you, this is Hannah. She'd find a way.
Oh my God.
So what do you think to my new gecko kits then? Did you see the video? Put it out on Monday. Kits number 8 and 9, ready for next year. I was looking through my patterns as well. And I think I want to do another Marta Darling next year, but I'm going to do a vote. So I'm going to put it up on a vote on a floss tube and then leave one more spot open. Pick something at the big stitch because I've got 3 Marta Darlings. I think it's 3, maybe 4 Marta Darlings that aren't one of the sins to choose from. So I think I might do a vote. Gail, yes, love the unicorn one. Sandy, yes, very nice, yep. Missy loves the unicorn. Ebony loves the unicorn, doesn't believe in humans either. Leslie, beautiful and well presented. Yeah, always are. Gecko Rouge, always. Patsy, they're great. The 2 London ones will be gorgeous, yeah. That's why I got the second London one, because it was a companion. And I was like, I like that. I like the fact that there's a companion piece. So, like I said, I had a few problems, but Glenn was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But then I've never been able to fault Gecko Rouge right from the get-go. Every time I've ordered from them, it's been phenomenal. There's sometimes there's a bit of a wait, you know, like when they're retiring, somebody like when they did with Medusa Dollmaker. So sometimes you do get a bit of a wait. Sometimes it's just simply because they're busy, like Christmas. But, oh, yeah. I just couldn't believe it this time. Ordered them on the Monday. They were here in my hands on the Wednesday. Just superb. Is your rotation going to stay the same next year with 2 days each and then a on Sunday stitch? Yep. So it will stay exactly the same. And the new ones will just slot in amongst the current pieces that I've got. So fear ye not. We'll keep everything the same. I think as well, because I'm doing it like that, you know, give myself 2 days on a piece to get to 1,000 stitches, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's really nice because you know, some days I don't do as much. Like Thursdays is not a busy stitching day for me. Friday I generally do overtime at work. After I've finished, an hour in the evening. Saturday and Sunday I do overtime usually as well. But it's enough so I don't get bored, and it's not too much that I'm demotivated. So for me, 1,000 stitches and rotate out, that's kind of a sweet spot for me. It certainly works, and it's been working well for a few months now since I started doing it, because it was just getting to a point that I get to 1,000 stitches and switch to something else rather than have, you know, something like my focus on a finish. And it would just sound like some weeks I was going through loads of pieces and then other weeks I wasn't. So I figured to keep it to 4 main rotation pieces and a focus per week, it just seemed to sit right, if that makes sense. 3858. Okay, I've just finally figured out my new rotation. Just hope it works. Ooh, what's it going to be, Ebony? Who spilled the beans? I know that lots of people do struggle with arranging a rotation, so okay, come on, 358 thread. There we go. Envy is beautiful. Yes, she is. I'm very popular. So one of the ones that I'm looking at is Andromeda, which is another Marta Dalek piece, and it's another one with lots of greens in it. And then I've got Bubbles, Ophelia. Let me find on the website, actually. Heaven and Earth Designs. Heaven, can't spell. I struggle to get up in the morning, never mind a rotation. Brilliant. Come on, darling Marta. Right, I have got a few pieces of hers. I have Andromeda, Captive, Bubbles. I thought I had Doves, but I haven't. I've also got Firefly. Firefly. Captive. I think I might have already said that. Pandora. And Reflections. So I still have quite a few Marta Dali kits. What I'll do is I'll have to do a vote, I think, because I can't decide.
A vote for what?
One of the pieces I'm doing next year.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hi, Nicola. I like your 2 new gecko kits. My new gecko kit was just delivered to me a few minutes ago. Ooh, Heather, what did you get? Ebony, I'll reveal all on my next video on Friday. Ooh, cool. Hi, Nerdy Stitcher. Enid, how you doing? What's not just for horses anymore? You okay there, kiddo? Patsy, your prayers are being answered, and Lauren has entered the room. She's the diamond painting lady. Lauren is about to start noshing a huge punnet of grapes. Ah, I see. An old joke. Someone says hay and someone else says hay is for horses. Brilliant. I like that. Poppy's and Ladybug. Oh, the Inverary one. Oh, I've seen that one. Oh, you're going to enjoy that. Quite a few people, I think, have bought that one, Heather. It looks lovely. Not my kind of artwork, but I can certainly appreciate it. And I do look forward to seeing people's
What's it called?
whips of it.
Whips of it.
It's a Gecko Rouge kit called Poppies and Ladybug. And the artist is Anita Inverary. While you're having a look.
Mm-hmm.
Can we not spin on that chair, please? Thank you. Did you sort out your homework, by the way? The homework message.
Oh.
Cool. Okay. You're making a bit of a racket with them, Lauren.
What do you mean? Just eat?
Yeah, but I've got that thing that, you know, there's the sound of eating. Kind of magnifies. Celia, I'm at 95.19% on Minute Christmas Doorway. Fantastic. 11 zeros. Wow. You're definitely getting close there to a finish then. That sounds fantastic. You'll have to email me a picture when you've done. 838. I think we're friends on Facebook though, aren't we, Celia? I love that when I was doing my princess and I started to get a lot of zeros. I think there was one day I did about 10. And I was like, oh yes, they're all going, they're all zeros. And then I ended up with like 4 colours left for the last 2,000 stitches or something. My princess has had a wash. And there'll be a video coming out on how I've done it. So, you know, take what you will from that. I'll probably be releasing that on Friday.
What's the one you're doing now?
This one, She Sleeps. Lauren has to be interested because she's probably going to get them in my will, the ones that aren't finished. Some of these are most definitely very long-term projects. Stop spinning around. You're making a noise against that wall. You're rubbing paint off. So did you do much in school today, Lauren?
Well, I had my science earlier today, third period. He's basically someone who comes in once a month. And there's like groups of students talk to her.
Right.
Year 10 students in Europe.
Okay.
It's mainly like Europe and that. About like careers and that.
All right. So the careers talk then.
It's not like that, but we had a good laugh in there as well.
And have you decided yet what you're going to do when you grow up?
And you know me, I have no idea from jumping school hairdressing. I've always stuck with it.
So you're going to be a hairdresser then?
Yeah.
Cool. Save me some money in my old age. You can do me a shampoo and set when I'm retired. Okay.
Alright. What would you do if I gave you a buzz cut?
I'll give you one right back. The Fredo is out. One of my colleagues at work said, you should have a glass of wine when you finish. I'm like, no, don't drink anymore. Last time I had a drink was Christmas. And even then it was only like half a glass of wine. And that was just to be polite. I just don't bother these days. Yep, shampoo and set, Leslie. She's gonna be there. Pay back for all this, you know, bringing her up and stuff. She's got to give me a shampoo and set. She reckons she's going to give me a buzz cut.
Good though.
You like me, Patsy? Not a big drinker. I used to be. I used to drink quite a lot. In fact, I was saying that during my first marriage, I had a bit of a problem. I used to drink because I was bored. I would never, ever you know, drink to the point that I couldn't take care of my kids. But, you know, it just got to a point that every night out came the bottle of wine. But I soon stopped when I realised it was becoming a problem. So I think my liver thanked me and all.
Anyway, first period, I had history.
Do you mean history?
Mm.
Not history. Proper northerner, you.
Me. And then second period I had PE. We were playing bench ball all lesson, which was quite fun, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, start of third period, I had like the mathematics thing.
Yep.
And then like, God, I only had like half an hour of lesson left. So I just like walked quite slowly to lesson. So I think I only had about 20 minutes left.
Cool. I'm just catching up on my comments. Patsy never really has. Gail has the buzz cut.
Rocking the buzz cut.
Leslie says, Patsy says you're a brave girl. That's better. Leslie, not heard of that for years. Will you have a blue rinse too? I might do. Might just have a blue rinse, look like Marge Simpson, maybe.
There's something worse that I can do than giving you a buzz cut.
Oh, yeah.
That's taking away your cross stitching.
Yeah, you'll not do that.
No, but it's something worse.
I think you know better. Gail, I stopped drinking about 10 years ago. I stopped smoking about 15 years ago. I feel better for it. Yeah. I used to smoke. I stopped. Well, Hannah is 22. She's 23 this year. On Christmas Eve this year, it'll be 24 years since I stopped smoking. And it's funny because me and my ex-husband have been thinking about starting a family. And we've been married for like 3 years. And then 3 months after I stopped smoking, 3-ish months, 4 months, found out I was pregnant. I'm a teetotaler, says Enid, can't be bothered with booze. Also, I do not, nor have I ever smoked, no vaping or other substances, shall we say, either. No, never vaped, never done other substances. But did smoke. No, wrong with North, says Leslie. Yeah, but you know, history. History.
History.
It's got an H at the front, you know.
Yeah. Oh, found out that we don't have the same teacher next year
No.
because there's only him and one other teacher that does politics for A level.
Oh, yeah.
That can teach politics for A level. The other teacher who can do it, he's got an AYL position. Because the year 7's next year.
Okay.
So, because there's like timetable clashes and that, he's got to have more politics classes, which means he can't have us.
I've risk factors out. There was ill for substance abuse, so I stay far away. Yeah. Best to stay away, isn't it, when that's the case. Ebony, my husband always tells me about pronouncing my H's and T's. Now even my son has started correcting me. I would never, ever correct an adult. I think that's just rude. But kids are fair game. Yeah, especially this one here. I'm glaring at you, Lauren.
Okay. Wow.
She loves me, really. Congrats, Gail. Quitting smoking is brutal for a lot of people. My husband quit over 20 years ago. Yep. It is brutal. I ended up, when I stopped smoking, it was because I got tonsillitis and septicemia. And I was in hospital, and I came out of hospital, and my ex-husband said, I bet you'll have a cigarette. Nah. And I just looked at him and I went, do you know what? I don't want one. And from that day on, I never picked one or touched one again. And I'm still not entirely 100% sure whether or not it was just to spite him. Hi, Lindsay. How are you? Watched your whip parade today. How lovely to see you. Oh, I've gone blurry. Come on, thank you. How lovely to see you. It's nice to put a face to the voice. Fantastic. And I enjoyed your whip parade as well. Aren't some of your pieces dinky? That 32 count sure does make them come out dinky, doesn't it? You know, it's me like with my bed sheets, and I was looking at yours thinking, oh my gosh, some of them pieces must be quite big. But then the 32 count were just like tiny. But yeah, really enjoyed it, and lovely to see you on there. I know you sent you made the comment. What I'll do is I'll send you a message over. I think I've got you on Instagram. I'll send you a message over there because it's too long for a YouTube comment. Okay. I have a quasi-Canadian accent, and my daughter razzes me about how I pronounce some words to instruct my vocabulary, but she says library wrong. So, yeah. You know, I struggle still with some words and pronunciation, but I think it's because of my teeth and my mouth. I find it difficult sometimes. My husband said it was pretty easy for him to quit. I find that to be astonishing. Yeah. To be fair, it was for me because I was already in hospital on antibiotics and stuff. And by the time I come out sort of 3 days without a cigarette, I just didn't really want one.
Oh, well, I don't told you this yet.
I'm just busy on this. Can it wait?
Guess it can, but yeah, it's just something exciting.
Right, go on then.
Okay, right. So next Thursday,
Yeah.
my whole drama group is going to be in my drama room
Mm-hmm.
all day
Mm-hmm.
next Thursday because we've got a new girl joining.
Oh, yeah.
She's joining our group because like we're the only other group of 4. We can only have a group of 5, right?
Uh-huh.
So there's only 2 groups of 5, and there's 2 groups of 4. Our group and other group. But this
Right.
group have really bad attendance. So this new girl that's joining, she's going in our group, so we'll get her.
Oh.
We get to like meet her and all that.
Oh, cool.
It's exciting.
Right. It doesn't matter, says Patsy at work. Yeah, it did. I don't think my ex-husband ever quite forgave me for that because he'd been trying to give up cigars for years. And I gave up cigarettes and he was like, okay. I'm good, thank you. How's the roll? Thank you. Yes. I resized them for framing. That'll be why then. Yep. So yeah, just look out for the message, and if I don't send you anything, give me a prod. Because it's been a week so far. Laurie, I drink once in a blue moon. Yeah, that's kind of me now. Christmas, half a glass of wine. Perhaps I've never noticed anything. No, I sometimes I just choose different words, and I do feel that I've got a little bit of a lisp. Oh dear. Are you watching the footy, dear?
Yeah, love.
Score?
Still don't know. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, what?
Keep watching. Hi, Rosemary. Not late. Not late at all. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. See? Oh dear.
Do you?
Yeah, Holland have scored. Remains to be seen if it's coming home. Chap on the phone to me today says, "Oh, I'm good, and I'll be even better if we win tonight."
I'm not interested in football.
No, me neither. I'm like, I'll just be pleased if it comes home. Not because I watch football, but because Andy does. Ebony, I've got a lisp. It used to bother me, but not so much anymore. I'm kind of aware of mine. England are playing Holland. Patsy.
Oh, I thought you were playing Netherlands.
Yeah, same country.
Ah,
Netherlands.
I didn't know. I thought we didn't.
Mhm.
Didn't know. This is why I didn't pick geography. I'm not good at it.
Yeah, but you pick a subject to get better at it, not because you don't know anything, and generally because you don't know anything about it.
Being terrible at geography, plus I don't like it. So I find it boring. I find
Nothing
history-
wrong with geography.
I find history more interesting.
Clearing up potential compromised bank accounts. Geez, what a pain. Oh my gosh, Rosemary, I feel your pain. That's not good. I can remember when, I think it was it me and you were in London when Andy had his car stolen?
Yep.
Me and Lauren had gone to London and Andy was out working because he works as a delivery driver.
Where was it? No, wait, I think. No. I think think it was you and Toria.
Victoria,
I think,
yeah.
I think you and Anna were at home.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was in London, and Andy phoned me up and he says the car's been nicked, and he was out delivering and somebody just got in it and drove off, and I had to go into the bank to cancel cards and stuff, and what a pain. So I hear you there, Rosemary. That is, a real pain in the neck. And that was just a lost card that I just had to cancel straight away before somebody started using it. But, we were very lucky that the cards weren't used. It could have been so much different. And then the car eventually was found a few days later.
Went it
crashed, written off. And then the police tried to charge us for the impound of it. And I'm like, no, I ain't paying that.
It's not your fault it got stolen.
Nope. I'm like, no, we don't want it back if it's written off.
Did they even ever find the person who stole it?
Yeah, they found the people who'd stolen it. They got, I think it was 3 or 6 months in prison.
If anything, they should have been charged for impound then.
Yep, I agree. No, we didn't get it back. It was written off.
What does that mean?
Delightful Soul had decided to change the number plates on it and then take it for multiple joyrides, and it ended up in the side of a boulder. And that's probably how come he was arrested, I would have thought. It was a really nice car as well. It was a Ford Fusion, and it was a really nice drive, and we loved driving that car. It was one of the best car that we'd ever had.
Wasn't that one of the cars that was named?
I can't remember. And then, boom, it was gone. So it was a tough one, that one. But like it made it worse because Andy's wallet was sort of in the door card. He took it out of his pocket, and we had to cancel his cards. We had to get him a new driving license. We had to get him actually had to buy a new wallet. Oh, Enid, why is that? How come your PTSD's triggered? Nothing that we're saying, I hope. My phone detected an AirTag following me. Oh my goodness. I don't know anything about AirTags, but
People can track where you are.
yeah. Yes, Rosemary, definitely an experience that, and not an enjoyable one. It was a whole load of faff, and the police were less than helpful. So they wanted to charge us about £200 just to get it back, and I'm like, well, it's written off. What's the point? I'm going to pay this money to get it back just to then go and scrap it and get 50 quid. Nah, not happening. So I think about criminals using AirTags to stalk people or something crazy like that. I went out and asked the young lady next door if she has an AirTag, and she said, no, just AirPods. Be right back, going to go and inspect my row later. Maybe someone stuck one on it, which is daft. Yeah, no worries. Go and put your mind at rest. The Beverly Hills Cop movie that was made for Netflix came out. Oh, that'd be the football. And I watched it the other day, and I found it quite good, actually. And there's a bit in it where the car's got like a tracker on it, and they take it off, they find it and take it off, and they put it on the back of a school bus. That's quite funny. Netflix have had one or two good things just lately. Like I said, there was that Liam Neeson film that I enjoyed, plus that one, and I watched the whole of Baby Reindeer the other week as well. Baby Reindeer was interesting.
I think I was like thinking about that on TikTok.
Oh, it's there. Yeah, so Netflix. There's been a few bits on there that I've watched. Of course, my favourite thing is YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube, FlossTube, and other YouTubers that I follow. So I've got a bit of an eclectic mix going on. Everything from urban exploration to building a new life in Portugal. Oh, you've seen it, have you? The Beverly Hills one, Maria. It's quite good. Have they scored?
No, it's a penalty to us though.
Oh, you're shouting. Got your headphones on.
What?
You're shouting. You got your headphones on though. And he's on edge of his seat. We'll soon know.
What?
If they score.
I haven't even took it yet.
I know, but we'll soon know.
Well, if anyone says anything in the chat,
I'm just waiting for you. Moment by moment as the football happens. We're all waiting now. And they took it yet?
no.
Rosemary has the game on as well. Doesn't understand much, but she will do her best, she says. It's a message for you. Oh, yeah, I've seen that one as well, Maria, the new Top Gun. I quite enjoyed that. Are they about to take it? Andy's glued to his phone screen. They must be about to take this penalty.
He's more glued to his phone at the moment than I normally am. That says something.
Perhaps he's holding her breath.
Action!
I think we've scored. It seems Andy's happy.
His reactions are always so fun.
Oh, yes. Just trying to pick a colour.
I'm going to go back upstairs now.
All right, chicken. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye. They're filming near my house at the minute something about the Guinness family. Oh, sounds interesting. Who's is it a documentary or is it a an actual like mini-series or film or something? Leslie said you're about 2 minutes behind. Yeah. Apparently it was a great kick. No, Andy's wide into football. He's not even listening. I could talk about him now and he won't even know.
I've got one headphone on this and one on you.
Oh, damn it. I can't talk about you.
You can.
Enid's inspected a vehicle which hasn't been driven. Rollator, bag, house. Hopefully an erroneous air tag detection. Yeah, hopefully so, Enid. I think you'll be fine. Dramatised series, they've transferred our time into an old Victorian style set. Oh, who's starring in it? Do you know? Yes, Patsy, I've been busted. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Oh, good fun. It's quite good fun on Saturday. Andy's watching football with his son, and that was quite good. There's sort of two lads there, you know, both at the screen.
Lacey was watching as well.
Yeah, but not as much. Lacey was kind of on the phone and looking up every so often, but you two were like glued to the screen. I'm sat here sorting out my Disney cross stitch. Come on, England, indeed, Maria. Not too sure yet. It was the talk of our work today, so might get some more details tomorrow. Yes, it's your mission, Ebony. Find out deets. We need deets. I want to know who it is. And I can watch out for it and go, oh, my friend lives there. My friend Ebony from YouTube. You might not know this, Ebony, because unless you've sort of watched some of my earlier videos, but I used to live and work in a village in Buckinghamshire where Midsummer Murders was filmed, and one or two other TV series as well.
Pointed towards the episode.
Get back in your box, you, and carry on watching football, will you? Particularly the killings at Badger's Drift, the pilot episode, and there's a few other episodes which escape me at the moment. But there's a few episodes of Midsummer Murders that were filmed there. And Pie in the Sky, the one with Richard Griffiths in it, who was another one, who was Vernon Dursley in the Harry Potter books. He was a lead in Pie in the Sky. It was a detective story. And that was filmed in there a little bit too. So, yeah. And back in the depths of your minds and your memories, if you can remember Noel Edmonds filming House Party on a Saturday. And if you remember, he had this segment where he did the gotcha. He actually came into the pub while he was waiting to do a gotcha on a famous person who lived locally. Yeah, I will. I will, Maria. I will tell him back in his box. Get on, we watching footy. All good fun. Well, that's fun. I find it so interesting. They film a lot in Stockport, so we see the film crews around the marketplace. It's also fun to see places you know on TV. Yeah, it sure is. I was watching a crime documentary. Now, what is it called? Not Killer in My Village. The one where Amelia Fox is presenting it. Murder Town, that's it. And I was watching this episode and I'm thinking, that bus stop looks really, really familiar. And it turned out that they were actually doing an episode on a murder that had taken place about a mile or so from me here. It's obviously been solved. And you know, the bus stop where Amelia Fox was stood is sometimes where I stand when I've nipped down to the supermarket. So that was quite interesting. Amelia Fox. The claim to fame is I've stood at the same bus stop as Amelia Fox. It is a bit. Unfortunately, our town, I live in Rotherham, and over the years there have been a few people who've had their lives taken, and it made news. And one of them was actually a friend of mine. About, oh gosh, it's over 15 years ago now. But yeah, this documentary was quite weird. I don't know if they found that one today, Ebony. There's still, last I knew, there was still a manhunt ongoing. But it turns out that the people who were murdered were a TV producer's family, which is absolutely heartbreaking. I haven't been able to sort of see an update yet. Mind you, I've been kind of looking, I've been following the Jay Slater stuff as well. Something very weird about all of that. There really is. Ah, thanks, Gail. Yes, so it looks like they have caught this guy, which is good. Get him off our street, eh? He apparently has injuries. Well, wouldn't surprise me if they were self-inflicted after what's happened. Yes, Jay Slater is definitely strange. What I found was very interesting, and if you agree with me, let me know or not. You know, I was watching again today a piece, and it showed the interview with this Brad, this friend of his, and he would not look at the interviewer. He wouldn't look at the camera. He was always looking to his left, or you know, to the left of the screen, or to the right hand side of the screen as you were looking at it. His left to the right. And for me, if somebody can't look at you when they're talking to you, for me, that's a massive, massive red flag. Hi, Kashi. Running past, say hello. We'll have to watch when it's on replay because watching the footy, have fun. No worries at all, Kashi. Yeah, just catch up when you can. Nerdy Stitcher, yes, a triple murder, a family. I believe there was a crossbow involved, and the person responsible was on the run. But now, from what Gail said, has been captured, which can only be a good thing. So, yeah. And then the girl did her interview with her back to the camera, but it's all over social media posting pictures with Jay. Yes. Yes, definitely. And the first person this Johnny Vegas guy, whatever his name, Kasim, was identified because his criminal record is a matter of public record, but they've not identified the other person in the B&B, although the Spanish police know who he is. But yeah, there's been some interesting stuff that's come out, and I know there's lots of conspiracy theories and stuff, but I really do feel for his mum, because clearly she has no clue what's going on. Nobody's telling her anything. Spanish police, they don't have family liaison like we have. You know, so there's no real support for them either. And of course, some people are now coming back home because they can't stay out there all the time. You know, they've got jobs and things, and they need it back in the UK, and there's only a certain amount of time they're able to stay in Tenerife. But yeah, it's all very bizarre, and I just hope for a resolution. So Kasim said he already knew Jay through mutual friends, so suspicious. Yeah. So we've gone from meeting him on the night to knowing him through mutual friends, which is weird. You know, it's like everybody's telling us bits, but there's no glue that holds it all together. Yeah, absolutely, Ebony. Nobody deserves that. And of course, you know, they've got people out there looking for Jay, people on the ground, and, you know, trying to support people. And the family's sort of getting, you know, a bit of a social media pasting, which is not nice. You know, I mean, they just want their son home. But I just think it's a little bit bizarre, you know, the conduct of some people. You know, when speaking to the press and things, there's just something off. I was, you know, I do have a couple of theories, but I'm loath to sort of share them on here because I don't want to add to the melting pot. But it might be that one of them's disproven anyway. But I don't know. It's just. And the Guardia Civil, I mean, going back to the B&B or whatever it was, the Airbnb days later, and then, you know, doing DNA and stuff. How bizarre is that? Why didn't they lock it down first off? You know, surely last place is seen is effectively the scene of a crime, or potentially the scene of a crime. But they didn't lock it down, which I thought was weird. But I suppose we're so used to the British police force that the second that anything happens, it's everybody out the way. We're locking down here. You can't come in. You can't go out. You can't do anything. You know, for them sort of out there to be almost lackadaisical is, for us, is just bizarre because it's not what we're used to. I mean, the Lancashire police have offered to go out and assist, which is wonderful. But there's a channel I watch on here, Michelle After Dark. She's a Lancashire lass, and she does a lot of things about missing people. And she's saying, you know, the Lancashire police offered to go out, but, you know, they've got mountainous, rocky terrain. In Lancashire, they don't have mountains, they have hills. So what Lancashire police could do would be, you know, subject to discussion, but certainly they're not specialist searchers. you know, this is why there was a guy from Scotland who's gone over there, some kind of mountain rescue fella. But I mean, Michelle on that channel made a very good point that if he'd fallen down or gone down the ravine, and if he was under a ledge, a drone is not going to see him and a helicopter is not going to see him. Dogs would find him, but only if they can get deep enough into the brush to find him. But if Jay can get in deep enough in, then the dogs can get in. But anyway, you just have to see what happens. And apparently in the Masker Valley, there's a lot of people out there, botanists and scientists, who are doing quite a lot of work out there. So you never know, in time to come, they may stumble upon tragedy. I don't think he's trying it in the mountains, but who knows? Yeah, exactly. But, you know, like I said on the other channel, Michelle made a very valid point that if he was stranded and he'd gone under a ledge or into a cave or whatever, your drones and your helicopters are not going to find him. So, and apparently there is a camera that looks over that whole area. Rosemary, we're talking about a young man called Jay Slater who went to Tenerife for a music festival, and he's been missing for about 3 weeks now. Well, let's hope so, Ebony. Let's hope that there's a resolution one way or another, if anything, for the family. I don't know if you've seen Michelle After Dark. She's talked some sense. Oh, I hear the tinkle tinkle of a cat bell. Maybe we've got a fairy visitor in a second. Yeah, it's been quite difficult, I think, for the family more than anything, Rosemary, because nobody seems to have any clue what's going on. And the Guardia Civil, the Spanish police, have not been... Come on, focus. Have not been terribly... That's better. Not been terribly good either. No, I don't think she's a criminal psychologist. I think she's just a YouTuber that shares what she knows and what's public domain. But also, you know, puts forward theories. At least I don't think she's a... I could be wrong. I haven't really looked at a bio or anything like that, if there is one. But she always starts off by saying, we're sticking with the Jay Slater cases. The young man who went missing is from Oswald Twistle in the great county of Lancashire. Right up, cat. Hey, Angel. He's peeking at me from the top bunk in Hannah's room the other night, just looking over the end of the bunk, these two beady eyes as I was going up the stairs. I'm like, oh, hello. I'm being watched, being catto inspected. We haven't had any litter box zoomies lately, which is good. Is it hanging on the edge of your seat stuff, love? No, it's got both ears on now. I can talk about him. He's not took his eyes off his phone. Note to get a man's heart rate up, quite like a close football game. Quite a steady stitch on this tonight. I've got the finish date down from August 2028 to January 2028. So we're getting there. My husband used to be like that when Celtic and Rangers were playing. Yeah. Definitely gets a man's heart rate up. Every so often he kind of moves and it's like a flinching movement. He's just done there. What with that ref gesture? Or, you know, that kind of thing. Quite interesting to watch. People watching 2.0, isn't it? Oh, I've gone all blurry again. Do shout up on the chat if it goes blurry, because I don't always see it because I'm not focused on the stitching. I went out shopping today for all my healthy foods and my fridge is that full I've broken one of the fridge shelves. Oh dear. How did you manage that? Oh my gosh. I'm sure you'll be absolutely fab, Ebony. And staying to the class will benefit enormously as well. That's the best bit for me. So, my grandson got me watching this. Ah. I mean, everything in. Great fun. Oh dear. So I hope you're all set up and you're gonna do a diary and make sure you write everything down and plan. I haven't got mine yet. Leslie, I haven't got a new fridge yet, but I did what's called a pay in 3 plan for my cooker through PayPal. So now that's been paid, I'm going to have a look for a fridge because hopefully we're going to get some late summer sales and then I can get my big fridge freezer that I want. So it's funny actually because I was saying it about it to Andy yesterday that now the cooker's paid for. Let's start on let's get the fridge freezer sorted out. So I'm going to do some online shopping and see where I can get organised. I think that will just make my kitchen then, you know, and I'd be thoroughly happy with it. It's just the last thing, the last piece of the jigsaw. Got all my meals and snacks planned for the week and healthy extras organised into daily amounts. Cool. Have you got access to the app as well, Ebony? There's an app, I don't know if you've ever joined before, or you know what, or you know, had it in the past. But there's a really doody food scanner on the app. You can scan the barcode, and it tells you how many sins, or if it's free food, or if you can use it as a healthy extra. And it's so handy in the supermarket, because like, oh, no, my usual brand's not there. What about this brand? Because, you know, as I'm sure you know, from different brands to different brands, the sin value can change. And it's just brilliant. I love it. Even the girls are like, I've just bought this, Mum. They'll come home. I've just got this. Can you scan it? See how many sins are in it? Not that they're on a diet or anything like that. No, they just want to use the scanner. Ah, thanks, Ebony. Yeah, it's just perfect for me. It's just what I wanted. Yep, got the app. You should see me shopping today, scanning everything inside. I like that first time I had it. It is brilliant. I absolutely love it. And it's so much better than buying something and then going back home and trying to find it in the books and stuff, and it's not there. My weigh day tomorrow, and after last week, I'm hoping for at the very least to maintain, because I know I lost a lot last week and I don't expect to lose the same again this week. So if I get a maintain, I'll be very happy. Oh, come on, stop blurring up. Come on. Oh, that's better. It's silly sometimes, my camera. Cheers, Patsy. Managed to catch it. I'll get used to it. I've done slimming mode before, but online only. It took me 3 years to get the confidence to get to the group, but I've done it now. I'm going to be prouder. Thanks to inspiring me. Ah, that's lovely. Thank you. You know, I'm not a people person. I don't people. And I made the decision to start my journey about this time last year. I was at work and we were having a meeting, and it was one where our big boss was zooming in on Zoom, and we were all sort of herded into this conference room, and this conference room had a big media wall at one end, and he'd put the camera on, and of course there was like, you know, 30 of us in this room, and we could see ourselves on the media wall. And then the boss zoomed in, and his face, head and shoulders, took up a small portion, and you could still see us on the outside. Well, at that point, I was looking at myself. I wasn't really listening to the meeting, because I was just looking at myself and thinking, oh my God, you're enormous.
Half time.
Half time?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I was just looking at myself thinking, oh my God, you're enormous. And I could see myself on this reflection, and I've got a big grey, I still have it, a big grey jumper, and it's like one of those jumpers that you wear because it's dead comfortable and you don't want to give it up or chuck it away or anything like that. It's dead comfortable. I was wearing this jumper, and have I done those stitches? No, I haven't. And all I could see was this big grey blob in the corner. And I'm thinking, I'm going to have to do something. I can't hide. You know, I couldn't like hide behind somebody, or, you know, if I could have gone under the table, trust me, I would have done so. So it took me then about 3 weeks or a month to pluck up courage just to text the Slimming World leader. And I went down and saw her, and, you know, and I said to her, I says, you've no idea how difficult this has been. She went, oh yeah, I do. Trust me, I know, but you've done it. You've done the hard part. And I think that's it, isn't it? You know, you've got to make that step. And I was absolutely ready to make the step and to change things. And, you know, I look back on some of my floss tubes and I can hear me breathing. My chest sounds like an old kettle, you know, because there was obviously that much fat that was kind of collected around my lungs. You know, you could hear me breathing a mile off. You know, I'm just so much better now. All you hear is my stomach growling. But I still have the jumper and I still wear it because it's warm and comfortable and I don't want to give it up. But I have no plans to fill it out. Now it sort of comes down to my mid-thigh rather than just to my waist. Missy will have to watch the recap. Hubby yelled for help. He tripped over a big tomato plant in the greenhouse and had to go and save the plant and him. Plant first, Missy. Plant first. Ah, bless you. No worries at all. You catch up when you're able to do so. I can just see it. Missy gets to the greenhouse. The hubby's there, sprawled over the floor, and she's, plant, let's save the plant. Brilliant. Silly, I can just see it in my mind's eye. I've no idea what your hubby looks like, Missy, but I can just see it in my mind's eye. So, Ebony, you've done so well. Started my weight loss in 2021 with Slim World Online. Lost about 2 stone, but then for some reason I gave up. Yeah. I did it myself and just using like unofficial Facebook groups and stuff. And I did quite well. I lost a lot of weight. And then lockdown happened and I got complacent. So, but, you know, definitely I'm we mean it this time. And I plan to keep this weight off. And going to group has been just amazing because it means that I've got a reason to stay on track, that I'm fully accountable, you know, go into that group and get weighed. Oh my God, no, Kettle, that made me laugh. You got away with words, yeah. So I'm told. So I'm told. Should hear me with my work bestie. I get up to all sorts of shenanigans. It's quite funny. We send each other funny messages all the time. And funny memes like, oh, it's been a heck of a week. Me at 9:20 a.m. on a Monday. It's just me. I sent him one the other day that it was a badge and it said, hello, I am. And then when it should say your name, it says, just trying to make it to Friday. Well, I want one. Missy, yep, it looked funny. Yes, save the tomatoes. He looks like a biker type, but he's gentle like a lamb. Ah. I do think it's raining again, Andy, you know.
Probably, yes.
So what's the score? 1-1?
Yes, 1-1.
I'd sooner be stitching than football. Certainly sooner be stitching than watching it, and most definitely sooner be stitching than playing. Mm. At least it's Thursday tomorrow. We're a step closer to the weekend, eh? Patsy says so it wasn't even worth playing the first half then. I think from Andy's gestures, I think there were a couple of questionable decisions. Could I be right?
Yeah.
There you go.
It's all right.
It means another 45 minutes of shenanigans. Oh, come on. Go through. Hi, Natalia. And Lindsay, yes, definitely a step closer to the school holidays. I think Lauren is counting the days, the minutes. And then she goes back to her last year of school. That's, of course, if we actually do get a summer this year. It's not looking promising so far. Somebody was saying the other day, when we had lockdown, we had some of the most beautiful weather and nobody could go anywhere. And I pointed out to them, I said, you know, do you remember that, you know, planes were grounded and vehicles were off the road and stuff, and the atmosphere became less polluted, you know, so, you know, maybe that had a positive impact on the weather. So it definitely changed things. Are you guys not off yet? The Scottish kids have been off for a week. Nope. End of July. Well, not, I think it's the, now let's see, today is the 10th, 11th, so Friday's the 12th. So Lauren finishes, I think it'd be 19th. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she finishes on 19th. All right.
Yeah.
You just jumped then.
Well, I stifled a sneeze because I didn't want to have it on the ice cream.
People would have said bless you.
I know, but I'm polite.
What colour do I want? 814. Yeah, I know it's been a couple of weeks. We normally get an influx of calls because our Scottish clients want to get stuff off their desks before the summer holidays kick in. You know, we get trends at work that are in line with school holidays. And the guy who was doing resourcing said, I can't understand why it was busy, said earlier this week, I can't understand why it was busy last week, week before last or whatever. And I'm like, well, I'll tell you for why. Because the Scottish schools broke up on the Friday. And he went, I got you now. So is it funny how school holidays have impacts on so many things? I can't wait until the girls are, you know, both fully out of, well, Lauren is out of school and education, because I've never taken my kids out of school for a school holiday. And of course, you know, if you take them out during school holidays, they whack the prices up something chronic. You take them on holiday, should I say, during school holidays, prices just go up. I mean, we paid a heck of a lot for our last holiday abroad simply because it was during a 6-week holiday. And of course, you know, once I haven't got a child in full-time school, it means that holidays and things do become a bit easier. But of course, you know, I'm end up paying for another adult and not a child. But of course, by that point, she can hopefully have a little part-time job and be contributing. You never know. While she's still studying. Is it back on? No, headphones have gone back on. Come on. Hair of angels won't go away. Oh, the tweezers have gone walkies and all. Flip. That's annoying. My tweezers have gone west. So it's better for us because we could go before the English schools broke up and didn't pay ridiculous prices yet. Very unfair what holiday companies do. Well, blimey, Lindsay, till 26th. Well, I finished on the 26th work for a week, so I'm quite looking forward to the 26th, but that just seems so long. I'm pretty sure it's 19th that Lauren breaks up. And I think she's quite looking forward to it. As its first year in, you know, a while, that there hasn't been some sort of transition, because Lauren's school were sort of quite big on it, but she's not really mentioned it this year. I've not sort of moved from, you know, from primary to secondary, or, you know, that kind of thing. We never had that when we were kids, you know. When it came round to it, I can remember going into comprehensive school and it being one of the most nerve-wracking times of my life. And I was told to get XYZ bus in the morning to go to school, to report to a certain entrance and meet the teacher there. You get taken to the hall, then when your name's shouted out, you're allocated your classroom, your teacher takes you to your class. There wasn't any of this, you know, transitional and, you know, go for a week or a couple of weeks into the new school and this, that, and other. For us, it was just a case of, you know, get on and do it kind of thing. I suppose it's quite nice for kids to have this time to settle in new schools. It could only be a benefit. I don't even think we got to look round a new school or anything before we went up. We went to comprehensive. But then again, I am going back to 1986. Primary to secondary next year for you, Lindsay. How many children have you got? Four. Right, okay. And are they all in school? Mine have got a few years between them, so. But they all went to a different secondary school, because Hannah went to one that was a special educational needs place. Victoria went to the local comprehensive, and then Lauren went there too, but got bullied quite severely and ended up moving to one in the next village. So all my girls in different schools. Eldest is 28, youngest is 10. Right. Same for me, just jumped at the door and left to it. Well, Patsy got married in 1986, so I was just starting comprehensive school. Andy would have been 2. He's a bit younger than me. School was definitely different back then. And we moved from GCEs and CSEs to the GCSEs when I was doing my exam. And O-levels. It wasn't O-levels. When I was at high school, we didn't get out till 4:30. 3:45 for us. 3:45. Started school at 10 to 9. I had a 15-minute break in the morning, 10-minute break in the afternoon, and an hour lunch, and left at 3:45. long school days for us. Oh, you were 19 when you got married? I remember that feeling of starting, starting secondary. Oh, it was awful. I went with a lot of people that I knew. I had some of my relatives in it in school as well, but you know, they were horrible. I was ready for leaving school in 1986, in work 3 weeks after leaving school. It's brilliant, that girl. I was working by the time I left school, pretty much straight away. My first job was a glass collector in a nightclub. Thursdays, Fridays and Saturday nights, and it overlapped in my school time as well. Then I got a job in a hotel. Started from there. And now I work an office job, but I'm just school educated, never had college, never went to university or anything like that. School of life. Patsy, 21 when you had your first child. And Gail, you retired now, finishing 2020, age 50. Good on you if you can retire young, it's fantastic. I'm 50 next year and retirement is nowhere near on the horizon for me. Wish I could, but you know, I need a lottery win. Be set up comfortable for the rest of my life, I'd be all right then. USPS has dropped the ball. How come, Enid? What have they done? Sound as good as the British Postal Service. 3 weeks for a first class letter. Isn't that right, Sandy? Not by choice, by ill health. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dale. Something good, Andy?
No, just that's my way of applauding at the moment.
All right, okay. Okay then. I'm about to freak the heck out over here. How come, Enid? What's going on? What gives?
I can't hear you.
No, I'm not talking to you. That's why. That's fine. I'm talking to my people. You carry on. Keep stay in your box. My kit was supposed to be delivered yesterday. It wasn't. It should have been today, and it's at the localish post office. It's the kit I've been trying to get my hands on for months. I take it that they're not going to attempt to redeliver it today then, Enid. That is not good. I can remember once having a kit delivered here, well, a thread pack delivered here. Well, I said delivered. Postman came with it. And I was in, and they never even knocked on the door. I am not even kidding. They just put a card through and carried on. Well, I found out, I came downstairs because I was upstairs at the time. I came downstairs and I found the card. I'm like, they didn't even knock on the door. So I put my shoes on and I went off down the street and I chased him. Found him on the next street over and I got him to give me a parcel. We're not having severe weather, by the way, or I would not be upset. Right, so it's just laziness on their part then, Enid. Not good. They're there to do a service. True that, Ebony. Don't mess with the stitcher and the threads. I literally was marching, and it's a bit. I live at the top of a steep hill, and I marched down that hill and back up with my prize. I wish I had a really local need workshop. I'd never buy online anymore, except from Avely, perhaps. Yep. Feel sorry for the poster. Yeah, you should do, Patsy, because I tell you what, he got an earful when I found him. I went, you didn't even knock on my door. I did. I went, no, he didn't. I was upstairs. You can't have knocked. I didn't tell him this though until I got the parcel safely in my hands. And I said to him, I said, you can't have knocked on the door because I was upstairs and I would have heard you. Not like I had music blasting out or earphones in or anything like that. I was upstairs tidying my kid's bedroom at the front of the house. I would have heard you. Windows open. Didn't know what to say then. I said, anyway, I'm off home now with my parcel. I was forced into retirement, says Laurie. Left old job due to new owners. My last job let me go when they realised I was 60. I didn't look that old, they said. Oh, that is rough. That's awful. Nerdy Stitches, a Catalan kit from Satsuma Street, last one of my collection that I really want and need. How dare I want anything from myself? Of course you should want things for yourself. Yeah, of course you should. And agree with Nerdy Stitcher there with Enid, they should be sued for discrimination. My mailman is great 99% of the time. This isn't on him, on Blurry. I can tell someone further up the chain. Oh dear. Still not ideal though, is it? Yeah, I mean, for post, you know, there's a certain level of service that should be maintained. I'm really patient, but it just says moving through network, I have a heart attack. Yeah. And do a mark off on this one, see how many I've got to. So already an hour and 50 minutes into this stream. I need to be thinking about journeying up the wooden hill. We'll see if we'll make 300. 279, so let's do another 20. I've got some black stitches to put in, we'll do them. And we'll call it when we get to 300, I think. Even with over 30 years as a bookkeeper, they want certification. I'm too old for school. I have half of my accounting degree. Well, I'd hire you, Laurie, if you were over in the UK. because I certainly don't believe in discriminating against somebody because of how old they are. Can you do the job? And you could probably do it better than somebody half your age. Night night, Gail. You take care of yourself. I used to be an admin assistant, now I'm a wife and mother. A job with no less importance. I think if I was to give myself a generic job title for my employment, it would be data entry, because that's what I do a lot of. Or telephonist. Customer services representative. Depends on which one sounds the poshest, really. Oh, just briefly flick me on and off the live there. Done quite a bit of confetti in this, I think, tonight. Right sort of industry, Leslie. My dumb phone identified my cross-stitch whip as an automobile company symbol. It sometimes misidentifies my crochet as food. Food for the soul, as crafting is. Worked for NatWest for 38 years. Holy moly. Was that in a branch or? Oh, sounds like Andy's having kittens over this football. I don't know, I'm rather stressed. Patricia Plummer coming to my roof, shingles replaced soon, and I hear shouting outside. Oh dear. It's all happening for Enid, isn't it? I do believe we are almost there, ladies, and any gents that are lurking in here. By my calculations, when I mark these stitches off, we will be at 300, which suits me down to the ground tonight. 300 on this. I've done 800 on Night Cafe today, so it's going well. Started a branch for 25 years, then branches were rationalised, as they call it, and went office bound. Ah. We were at the NatWest Tower on Andy's London video, but I do quite like Tower 42 and found it interesting. Right, that is 300 stitches in, lots of confetti. And this area now looking a bit more filled in than it was. So we've been going for almost 2 hours. So I'm going to end this one here. It's been an absolutely wonderful evening again. Wild Karen. It's been a wonderful evening again and really, really nice to share my stitching with you guys. So thanks all very much for joining me. And let's do this again on Sunday. Envy is going to be my Sunday stitch this week, so if you are about for that 7:30 p.m. UK time, come in and watch Envy get some. I think I'm going to be doing some of a dress. So thanks very much indeed, guys. Do take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.